the problem between control and freedom, because many of you, like all of us, sometimes feel being pressed between other people wanting to control us, life controlling us, governments controlling us, even religions trying to control us, but also the fear of freedom and misunderstanding what freedom is. And should we actually control others? Because sometimes we have children. Should we be controlling them? Should we be controlling our diet? Should we be controlling the world? What should we do? How should we interact? And the whole idea of control becomes a very important thing we should truly understand. Because control is the opposite of freedom. And especially in Western worlds, but not just in Western worlds, we worship freedom, and quite rightly so. And we try and resist, control. And because of that, we always have a sense of contradiction in our lives between controlling and freedom. And this is what I want to explore in this evening's talk. And especially exploring it from a Buddhist perspective, where we're supposed to be letting go and liberating ourselves from cravings and attachments and taking the no control to very, very powerful and deep levels, and actually seeing what happens when you do fully let go. But to start from the ordinary lifestyle of human beings in this world, that we live in an age where there are many groups and powerful beings, powerful people, powerful religions, powerful forces of nature which you feel are trying to control you, and some of those you recognize, some of those you don't recognize. And I'm not quite sure about you, but even when I was young, I would like to resist those controllers. And what right have they to tell me what to do? And I'm sure that many of you that resent having speed cameras and speed limits, especially if you don't realize why they're there. Why should they tell me what to do? It's an open road, it's quite safe. And sometimes you read in a newspaper about food which you like is supposed to be fattening for you, and say, why should I listen to what they say? I'm going to eat what I like. Why should people be trying to control me? And then you go into a relationship, and sometimes you feel your partner is trying to control you, or you're in a relationship and then it's your mother trying to control you. And you say, look, I'm 50 years old and I'm married. I'm not a baby anymore. But still, that mothers try and control you, even fathers try and control you, and governments try and control you. And the media tries to control you, to make sure you listen to their programs or buy their products. And sometimes that we just feel like that we're in this battle between other people trying to control us, trying to possess us, trying to make us do what they want to do. And sometimes that we're controlled even when we go to places like airports, which I frequent very often. You have to board at a certain time, you have to go with certain things, you can't carry this and you can't carry that, and you can't bring this into the country, and you have to board at a certain time with people sitting in the back rows, please board first. And sometimes we feel that there's an assault on our freedoms. And the worst assault on our freedoms comes from life itself. When I want to enjoy myself, I want to be free, but I've got a bad back, I've got a bad knee, I've got a headache, I'm getting old and I can't do those things which I want to do. And of course the biggest control of all is the old age and death. When I don't want to die yet. Sometimes that we rebel even against the controller of this life. And so that there is, and I think it's a wonderful thing, an essential rebelliousness in the human spirit. And I celebrate that rebelliousness.